What's up everybody? You know who I am, I'm Frisky and I'm here in Gmod today. I'm here to tell you a story. A little story about shoplifters. Now, in case you don't know what a shoplifter is, people will go to a nice, wonderful store like this. They'll walk up, they'll see something they want, they'll just grab it, and they'll steal it. They'll take it, and they'll just leave the store without paying. That's illegal. I do not condone those activities, okay? I'm gonna say that now. I am 100% against this. Now, it all starts on this wonderful spring day. I was at this store. Alright? I was at a retail store. Similar to this Gmod. They have sporting goods, toys, they have clothes way over there. If I turn and look, my FPS goes to shit for some reason, even though I have a god computer. Not really god, but I have a pretty decent computer. And then we have the pharmacy over there, you know? Now, sporting goods is where the main focus of the story is going to be. So these two little kids, not really little, they're like 15. Let's see, an accurate depiction of a 15-year-old male. That works. So these oh wait, I have something for this. Okay, here we go. So these little kids. What the fuck did I make? These little kids, there's two of them, but I can only hold one. So they're hanging around in sporting goods. I see these kids, they're hanging around where the knives are. Now, these kids are just looking around at these knives here. Hanging around. They also have their pants sagging and everything. Two kids. So, of course, this catches my eye. I'm like, what are these kids doing? This is really weird. So what this kid does, he's looking around at the knives, checking them out. They're like all secured on like locks and stuff. He's like checking them out, and then he decides, hey, let's go over to ask an employee for help. So he goes over and finds an employee. He finds an employee, okay? And he's like, excuse me, how old do you have to be to purchase a knife? Now in America, a knife classifies as a sort of weapon, so you have to be 18. So this employee's like, you have to be 18 in order to buy that knife. And the kid just says, okay, and then walks away quietly. Into the bad FPS zone. Way over here. Back to the knives. Now you wanna know what this kid does next? He does the illegal, unspeakable, unbearable thing that you should never ever do. He takes a knife. Rips it off of the lock. Shoves it down his pants underneath his shirt in the front here. Now, he tries to be sneaky about it. He's not. I can see the whole thing happen. And while he's doing this, he's also with his friend. He's with his friend. This is douchebag McGee over here. They're both douchebags, alright? So he takes the knife in front of his friend, and they start leaving. They start leaving the store. Now on their way out, they're acting all suspicious. They clearly are nervous. They've never done anything like this before. And on their way out, they just casually walk by all the registers. They stare at essentially every employee as they walk out. They're just like giving them the eye. And then they go to leave. But you know what happens when you leave? Some stores have these white things at the doors. These are alarms. When you have something that's not paid for, they have security measures that will set these things off. And when the kid left, the alarm went off. Now, you may be thinking, wow, Frisky, what did he do? Well, he fled. He started running full speed ahead. He was running all right. But you want to know what happened when he got outside? He started running. Now remember, earlier I told you his pants were sagging. His pants fell down. He face planted. He fucking face planted just like that. And the whole time this is happening, his friend's just over here awkwardly standing, just like watching his friend do this stupid shit and not say anything about it. His friend gets up and starts running again. Unknowing to him, the knife he stole fell out of his pants. In the process of doing this, he just started bolting. He ran and he ran and he ran. This 15-year-old kid, pants sagging, flat rim hat and everything. He ran. But he left the stolen item. So you know what I did? I took it back. Because I'm a good boy. I took it back. And his friend just awkwardly started walking the other way. Moral of the story is, don't steal. And don't be that kid. I just wanted to tell you guys the story of how stupid that kid was. I love people's stupidity sometimes. It stumps me. To me, it's hilarious. You know, it's just people do things that they shouldn't do, and it's sometimes obvious what you shouldn't do. Don't be a fucking idiot, okay?